Patsy, Connie, and loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How's Linda this evening?
Linda's doing good, really good. How is Connie doing?
Connie's doing amazing. Oh, you know what? You don't have to wait till Sunday. You can do yours tomorrow. I forgot today was Monday.
Do what tomorrow?
You can do your trivia question tomorrow.
Oh,
If you want to, or you can wait till Sunday, whichever you want to do. Sorry. Here we are discussing what we're going to do, and we're going to do it in front of God and everybody. It's all right.
right. Well, we got to let them in on it too.
I know, right?
You know.
Right? Yep, we do. We got to let them in on it. We're going to do some cool stuff, guys. We're going to do some cool stuff.
Yep.
So tell me about your weekend. I want to know about your weekend.
I wasn't home all weekend. I was at my R&R place of solitude.
Well, this is good.
Yep. And believe it or not, I don't feel like I'm doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to bed Friday night around 10 or 11 o'clock. I slept until 4:30.
Wow, you must have been tired.
In the afternoon. I did wake up briefly when you called me at 10:30. I woke up because I had to go to the bathroom, so I was awake. And I had just laid back down when you called. And I rolled over after we got off the phone and went dead back asleep till 4:30.
Well, your body said it needed it. So
I guess so.
You know what? That's what it goes.
I guess so. That's like the third Saturday I've done that.
Well, then that means you're working really hard during the week.
Yeah, I don't think I am, but I must be.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Hi, KMM.
Hey, KMM. How are you this evening? Life is good. God is great. Every day.
And how was your weekend?
I had a good weekend. It was very, very quiet. Clyde has got me watching a new series, and it's called Outpost. And you get it on Prime. Oh my gosh, guys. It's like I'm addicted. And I was trying to binge watch it all, and Clyde, come on, if we binge watch it all, what are we going to watch tomorrow? We'll find something else.
Right.
So we didn't binge watch. We didn't. But I've got some more to go, and it is super good. So I suggest if anyone likes those kind of, it's kind of like the Viking kind of series, kind of medieval kind of, it's really good with the black bloods and the not vampire black bloods.
Yeah.
Not the vampire one.
Right.
So you know what? I'm gonna let you start off everything with your funny little news today. What can we make fun of today?
I saw a new hat today.
You did? And what did it say?
It said Trump was right about everything.
There it is. can't make this stuff up. I'm
No,
telling you,
you
you can't make
can't.
this stuff
You
up.
can't make this stuff up. And then I went on Temu and I saw it right on Temu for $2.76. I wonder how much Elon paid for it. He was wearing it. I guarantee you he didn't get it off of Temu.
He might have. He
Guarantee.
might have bought a truckload of them off of Temu. That's funny.
Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
funny.
But yeah, the other thing is during his cabinet meeting today,
Mhm.
they I can't remember who she is. She's got long brown hair.
Christy Nome.
It might be Christine. What department is she?
She is Homeland Security.
Mm,
I don't think that was the one.
no.
That was that financial lady. I
Yeah.
don't know what her name is.
Yeah. She came out with, is everybody holding their hats, sitting in their seats? They spent $20 billion. $20 billion with a B dollars to research the men's menstrual cycle of a transgender. I can't make this stuff up, you guys.
Okay, guys, and when you think about that, okay, so when you're thinking of transgender, you've got to turn it upside down to think of it in the correct way. So I got the answer. They didn't even have to pay me $20 billion. It's every 28 days.
But I'm not sure that's what part of it they were studying. I'm wondering. Now this is me. I'm wondering if, like, to see if taking the male hormones,
Mm-hmm.
see if it's different or tapers off or goes away, or if it gets worse or if it gets better, or if they're, I don't know. I don't personally care. I haven't been down that avenue since I was 27, and let me tell you, it was a hell of a life without having that every month.
All right. Oh, I
It,
know. It's,
it was a hell of a ride.
you know what it's like. Yep. It's like, bye-bye. I'm not too worried about it. Bye-bye. Don't
Right.
miss it. My thing is, I was sitting here thinking about this, and mine is, the people that are so anti-Trump,
Yes.
hate him so
Yeah.
bad. Oh, I just hate him. And we're going to burn down all the Teslas, and we're going to destroy all the Teslas because you know what? I don't like Elon Musk either. Let me ask just a couple questions here. First of all, you're burning up all of these cars, and these dealers have already bought these cars. So you're not bothering Elon Musk at all. You're not
Right.
affecting him.
Right.
And I guess my thing is, if you're running a business and you're not doing your own books, you're letting somebody else do the books for you. And if somebody comes in and says Joe Blow over here is skimming off the top and eating the profits, would that make you feel good as a business owner, thinking, well, you know what, we need to get rid of old Joe Blow because he's ripping me off and I can't build on my business and I can't pay my employees? And I mean, isn't that like common sense?
You would think so.
Okay, so you're going to get mad because you got to think our government is actually our business. Our whole United States population is business. It's our business, okay? Because we're putting money into this government. We're paying them to do what's right, right?
Yep.
So if somebody comes in and tries to save you money and make you money, is he wrong?
Right.
I mean,
Would you go to would you have would you do a financial advisor? and then them trying to help you save money and get money and keep on to money.
Mhm.
And
Are you gonna go burn his house down
right, are you
because he saved you
exactly,
money?
exactly,
I don't
exactly.
think so. I don't think so. I think you should be appreciative that somebody's looking out for your better interest. It's like the stock market people. When they tell you, you know what, this stock is really going to go up. Nancy Pelosi jumped in on that, her
Yeah,
little secret trading stuff. If he says you're going to be able to make this amount of money on the stock, and I'm telling you ahead of time, and he makes you $100 million, are you going to go tear up his car and pop
right,
the tires?
right, exactly.
I mean,
I don't get it. I just don't get it because I mean, there's reports um, from Bondi, and there was reports from another female. I don't remember, and they're all cutting contracts. They're cutting contracts that were so ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you something. The worst thing that the people before us did was make United States into a corporation and then not run it like a corporation.
right,
There
right.
was a bunch of politicians trying to what's the word I'm looking for? They were trying to do something they couldn't do, and all it led to was realizing how they could steal money from us.
Isn't that crazy?
Right.
Yeah. And then let's you know what they say, don't slap the hand that feeds you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're the one that are doing the feeding, guys.
Right.
It's us. It's our money. We're doing
Right.
the feeding.
And we have every right to know where it's going and what it's going for. I
Right.
mean, I do understand some of it is security, national security. I get that. Other countries don't need to know what we're spending on our military or stuff like that. I
Right.
get that. But I'm all for beefing up the military again.
Well, absolutely. We're the biggest. We are the biggest. We're like, okay, we're like that kid on the playground. We're the biggest kid on the playground. We're the biggest kid on the playground. And we've been attacked 100 times
Yep.
by the Houthis. 100 times. And then when we finally stood up for ourselves and said, look, enough is enough. All right. You've hit me 100 times. It's time for us to defend ourselves. Then that big bully brought in other big bullies to tell us, no,
Right.
you're wrong. You're wrong because you're not allowed to defend yourself. You're going to tell your kid that? Are you going to tell your kid that when he's on the playground and some bully's picking on him all the time and everything, are you going to go up to him and say, don't, here, go give him this piece of cake and some ice cream and say, it's okay, hit me again?
Right.
No.
But that was leading me into the fact that the president announced a contract that they just signed with Boeing for $22 billion to start
Wow.
producing F-47 fighter jets that are almost undetectable by radar.
That's
And
awesome.
yes, it's the F-47 because it's under Trump administration. So it is F-47 for that reason.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think we need to be the leader in all this. Hello, Royal Apple. It's good to see you. Yeah, we need to defend ourselves, and we need to be the powerhouse we used to be. We
Right.
need to take control, and however whatever it takes to do that. We
Right.
don't want to be the bully. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't want to be the bully,
Right.
but we don't want to be the big kid in the playground that's getting their butt whipped all the time either.
Right. Exactly. Oh, I know.
You
It's
know,
crazy.
We've got to defend ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Trump doesn't want war.
No.
Trump doesn't want anything to do with that. He's a peacemaker.
Yeah.
But sometimes there comes a time when each and every one of us will have to stand up for our beliefs, whatever they may be. And if somebody walked up to me tomorrow and said, if you believe in God, I'm going to put a bullet in your head, I'd say, do it. Do it. Because where I'm going is a lot better than where I'm at right now. Go ahead, do it.
Right.
You know, because we have to, there comes a time for us to defend ourselves, and we have to defend our rights, and we have to defend our freedom
For sure.
and our faith, and our faith.
For
Don't
sure.
come over here preaching about Muhammad, or, I mean, I don't know. If that's your thing, okay, fine. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack here. If that's your thing, fine. But don't put our faith down, because that's not what we
Right.
believe.
Right.
I think it's only fair play.
Yeah. It is.
It is.
I mean, you know,
all
I would
right.
really like to know. I would like to know all these people that aren't Catholics and that don't believe in heaven and hell and are atheists and or some other religion, how they feel about seeing the Pope splattered all over the TV.
Oh, can you imagine? They're
Yeah,
probably
I
not watching
wonder.
the TV. They're probably not watching the TV. You know, I'm going to tell you something, and you can take this to the bank. There is no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole. Think about that for a second. There is no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole. You know why? Because when bombs are going off all around you, the first person you scream for is, "Dear God, please help me out of this situation."
Right. Yep.
So, I mean, when they say there's no such thing as God, and this is the only, think about this for a second. What a horrible way to live, that this is all you've got. You have nothing to look forward to. You go through all the trials and tribulations of your life, and this is all you got. And then when they put you in the dirt, it's all over. Can you imagine?
Well, yeah, that's why everybody wants to be rich, because they think whoever is the richest dies the happiest.
They can't take it with them. Back to common sense.
But they
You know?
accomplished what they wanted to do.
Mhm.
They accomplished what they set out to do.
Yeah.
They got rich. And that's all I got is one lifetime. So I may as well make the best of it.
And
All I know is if there is reincarnation, because I'm kind of on the fence. I believe, but I don't believe. You know, kind of still on the fence about that one.
it's possible.
Yeah, it is. It's
Do you know
possible.
what I think about reincarnation? The way I think about reincarnation, and I could be wrong, because I could be wrong about a lot of things. But I think reincarnation is, there's times when something happens and it's not your time and you pass.
Right.
Well, after the body has been cremated or buried or whatever, and it wasn't your time to go yet, you still got time left.
But wait a minute.
Okay.
Doesn't God know your exact date and time you'll expire? So
God
therefore,
does, but you
that's
know
what I'm
what?
saying. Therefore, you
Go ahead.
can't go on untimely death. They left before it was too soon, because that was God's plan.
Unless Satan took it into his hands.
No, Satan's a lazy fuck. Oh,
Well, I don't know. He's pretty busy these days.
but no, he's not busy. It's
All
just
his
like
little,
God has
little
angels, he
minions,
has gargoyles and
his
shit.
little minions are busy. But okay, so what if one of the minions took you out?
Right.
then I think God goes, nope, it wasn't your time yet, and throws you in another body. That's the way I think about reincarnation. That's what I think happens. It's
Yeah,
like
maybe.
you didn't accomplish what you were supposed to, so we're going to give you another shot at it.
Right. So, I mean, is there like a laboratory up in heaven so that they can
All the little souls,
they
the
can
little.
scan
Don't you remember the seventh sign? Didn't you see the seventh
they
sign?
can scan and wipe out your memory and send you back down to earth
Sure. Like you said, well, I don't know if you
as a
ever
baby
really
to
totally
start all over again.
right. And do you think you ever really totally forget? I don't think so, because haven't you been somewhere and you go, oh, deja vu? I think I've
Yeah.
been here before.
Yeah. 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 All I know is I want to come back as very, very,
Rich.
very wealthy, healthy, skinny person. Woman.
It'll
I don't want to
be in
come
your
back as a man.
contract. It'll be in your contract. Okay?
Well, you best believe I will be negotiating with the man upstairs.
Okay, if you're gonna send me back to that place of hell on earth, I want lots of money. I want to drive a Rolls Royce. Okay, don't worry. Just give me lots of money. I'll buy my own car.
Right.
So I can help everybody. I think that would be cool. I think it'd be cool to be reincarnated with a lot of money so that I can go out and help all the poor and the people that need help. That would be awesome. That would be my awesome feeling for reincarnation.
Right.
But I do a lot of times feel like deja vu. Hey, I've been here before. Or hey, I know that person.
Well,
They'll walk up. I've never seen you in my life. Are you sure? Because you look familiar.
And maybe it's not the being rich part. I shouldn't say very, very rich, because I am the richest person in the world with my family.
Blessed heavily.
So I'm very fortunate for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to come back as somebody that is comfortable all the way to the end and not struggle, because I was doing fantastic until 12 years ago. I was doing fantastic. I had a wonderful career. I was making, back 10 years ago, I was making probably about $1,500 a week as a restaurant manager.
See, Linda, you were already given that position, and
but it was taken away. It was taken away in one split second.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
One split second changed my life forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how that can happen.
It can. It can.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason that it happened, it's God's way of, what they say, what makes you, what bad happens to you only makes you stronger.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, in this day and time, you got to be as tough as nails.
Right.
I mean, plain and simple. Y'all know it.
Right.
And the point of looking over, smiling, going, it's okay. Kick me again. I can't, I can't be kicked anymore.
Right. And I can't tell you how many times I was kicked in the teeth and dusted myself off, put my teeth back in and moved on.
And look how tough you are today.
Yeah. But this time, you kicked me in more than the teeth. And I just can't find my way out.
Well, I'm going to tell you, my friend, there's a blessing headed in your direction. I know it.
I hope so.
It's coming.
I pray.
It's coming. Speaking of blessings, KMM, how is your nephew? I want you to tell me he's doing amazing. Um, I want to ask everybody if this has ever happened. It's kind of a weird thing, but okay. Do you believe in people coming back after they've passed?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I believe they can come back in your dreams. I believe they can come back in their spirit.
Okay.
Yes, I believe they can come back in their spirit. I mean, I have relatives hounding me all the time
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They
in
do.
my dreams. Speaking of, oh, I had the worst nightmare last night.
What was it?
I had a dream that my older son killed my younger son,
Oh my gosh.
and he shot him at point blank range twice in the head, and then he slumped over onto the other chair, and he just kept saying piece of shit, and then he'd unload his gun in his head, and he was already dead. He'd unload his gun in my younger son's head, and he'd be like, piece of shit, piece of shit.
What did you eat last night for dinner?
What did I have for dinner last night? Oh, I had a submarine, a
Well, don't have that again, okay? Don't eat a
turkey club.
don't eat a
Submarine.
turkey club ever again.
But I mean,
That's scary.
what the, it's like, what the hell kind of dream is this?
Well, I think the enemy likes to give us dreams to scare us to death. One of his minions again, he's got so many of them, sprinkling such happiness.
Right.
It's got to be about love, and it can't be about hate. Everybody hates everything. They hate the car they drive, they hate the food they eat, they hate the money they make, they hate the next door neighbor, they hate. I mean, there is so much hate.
Yeah.
What happened to make love, not war? I mean,
All the old hippies are dead or dying.
well, I was kind of around that time.
We were just born in the 60s.
Well, the ones that raised me were around during that time.
Well, yeah. But, I think your parents were like my parents, and they weren't. But, well, by the time the 60s came around, my mom was married in the late 50s.
Mine
So,
too.
so by 62, she had 4 kids. She got married in 56. She got married in 56, had my sister in 57, had my brother in 59, had my other brother in 60, and had me in 62.
Wow, she was busy.
She was real busy, real busy. And yeah, they didn't have time for all that peace, love, and harmony stuff.
Wow. Well, my mom got married in 57 and didn't have a child till 61.
Wow, that was nice.
Yep. And then me in 64. So, I mean, she put some time in between us.
I got pregnant in 81, and then had a husband in 82.
It works. It works, right?
And then I got pregnant in 85 and got a husband in 88.
Well, see, there you go. You were working this.
Oh, too funny.
What is this? They made the suicide doors 509 Fiat in Italy in 1964.
You don't know what suicide doors are?
Aren't those the ones that come up like
No.
Lamborghini?
No, it's the 4-door cars, and it's how your car door opens. Well, the back seat one would open the opposite way.
Oh, I've seen those.
Those are suicide doors. Instead of both of them opening to the left, one opens to the left and one opens to the right.
Wow, is that so you can throw out a big bunch of people at one time going?
I guess. That's why they call them suicide doors.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Wow. And the rumble seat.
Yeah,
The rumble seat.
for the mother-in-law.
Well, my mother-in-law probably rode it, and she probably been in the what do they call it, the co-pilot seat or whatever. I want to say real quick before we end tonight, we're giving away a hat. It's going to be this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a trivia question, and the first person that comes up with the answer will be sending me their address, and I'll be sending a hat. Doesn't that sound like fun? And I guess that's why we're going to do a few of these hats, do something kind of fun like that. What do y'all think?
Are we doing the first trivia tonight?
We're doing the first trivia tonight. You're from Motor City,
Yeah.
Detroit, Rock City.
Yeah. Well, Royal Apple had put on here. She knows Linda AAA is my hero. And had I probably not lived in the Motor City, I probably would have never known. And had I not been married to somebody that just loves classic cars.
Well, there you
Went
go.
to enough car shows.
You know what? What was your first car? The very first car you ever drove?
The 1973 Nova, Chevy Nova.
You had a Nova.
1973, and I got it in 1978.
Wow. The first car I ever drove, ready for this, guys? The first car I ever drove was a 1975 Mercury Marquis Brougham.
Oh, that was a boat.
That was 4-door, man. They called that the party machine. Everybody get in the car. She's driving. I'm like,
Right,
dude,
right.
I don't want to drive. I want to be a passenger.
Mhm.
But yeah, yep, it was one big car. And then I traded it in and got a Ford Granada. Boy, was that a mistake. I got to
Yeah,
all my mechanical skills off of a Ford Granada because everything that could go wrong with it went wrong with it. And thank God that my dad was a mechanic.
right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's so many of them, Royal Apple.
I can't name an old mobile made in US, but I like them. Oh, like
There's a Studebaker.
there was the model, the Model A, or what was it?
Model
Model
T.
A. Yeah. My grandma broke her wrist on the Model T. She
Wow.
cranked it and the crank gave loose and it snapped her wrist.
Oh,
Yep, that was an old car. Can you imagine, you guys? Can you imagine us out there trying to wind it up like a wind-up
Right,
toy?
right.
I mean, jeez.
Oh, a DeSoto.
Oh, remember the DeSoto? Remember the Ford Fiesta?
Yep.
Yeah, people weren't doing too much fiesting in that car.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
you know what my favorite one was though, going back in the day? Remember the Pacer?
Yeah.
It looked like a bubble driving down the road.
You know, it was my all-time favorite and still is my all-time favorite car is a Trans Am.
Look at this. Wow, I bet that
Ah.
was nice. I bet that was really nice. I love the Trans Am that had the bird on the top. That was
Yeah.
cool. I got to drive one time. My friend had one, and I got to drive it around, and hers was yellow.
I owned one.
You did?
Yeah, I had a 1998. In 1998, I bought it new.
Wow.
And then it got stolen, rolled. So I no longer had my 1998 Trans Am.
That stinks.
And that happened in one of the richest counties in the country, Fairfax, Virginia.
Well, that's where they're looking for them. I mean, are you going to go down to the ghetto and get one?
I was in an apartment complex.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, you're not going to go down to Colfax in Denver and get yourself a 1998 Trans Am. I'm telling you, you might be able to steal something that you'd have to push the whole way. Oh, okay. And I had a brown van. It was a B250, and it had captain seats in the chair. It was one of those luxury vans. Had the captain seats in the front and the two captain seats in the back with the table in the middle, and then a great big bed that it folded into a bed, but it was a seat in the back. Man, it was, and the kids ran wild in there, and we just drove out. Yeah, it was like Animal House. 4 wheels.
Hi, Carolyn.
It was fun. We had fun.
Yep. We sure did.
That was back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day when you didn't have so many stipulations and rules and regulations, there were no cell phones to distract you, and usually if you smoked like I did, your friend in the passenger seat would light the cigarette for you and hand it to you, and they'd be in control of the radio. And yeah, oh, we used to have so much fun, especially on like beautiful spring days, and we'd get out of school. Oh my God, we had so much fun.
What is a French funky car?
My brother first car was a French funky car.
What is that?
Must have been some kind of French car.
It was a pig out. What? A pig out. I'm gonna have to look this up. Just because Royal Apple said it, that I'm gonna look it up. Let me see.
Oh, it's a French automobile brand.
Oh, look it. They look nice. Well, the new ones kind of look like cars that we have now. Do you know the one that is, okay, that Tesla car that looks like a triangle? It looks like it came off of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. How's your day?
Oh,
Hello. He always forgets to kiss me.
Look, and he's already gone out there. Linda's bummed. Sorry. They were very nice. Oh, Donna, did you have one of those? Clyde's first car was a Galaxy, wasn't it?
that was my first one I ever bought.
Your first car was a what? First car you ever drove?
The hand-me-down. First car I ever drove.
Yeah, I mean, to drive was the
Like
Galaxy.
your car.
That was family car.
Okay,
It was a Galaxy. Yeah.
it was a
Then
Galaxy.
we had the Ford LTD.
Then they had the Ford LTD,
Mhm.
and then the first car that
My
he
truck.
ever had.
My dad's truck. I drove a lot.
You drove your dad's truck, and then
The Jeep.
the Jeep was his first real car. That was all his. It was a Jeep Scrambler, and that was fun. We used to take the doors off, cruise around all over everywhere. Man, it got you to places where no
With
man.
no seatbelts.
It had seatbelts.
Did you use them back then?
Yeah, because we didn't have any doors on, so we had to.
Okay.
And then if you had the soft doors on, you had to use the seatbelt because you had to pull the seatbelt into the door and pull it so it didn't fly open.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you what. He took me at 9 months pregnant up into mountains we went, and we were there for, I bet by the time we got there, we were there probably a total of an hour. And I said, I hope I don't go into labor up here because no one will ever get me. It'll never happen. That's all I could worry about. And so, yeah. Well, that baby wasn't born for a while after that. But anyway, we got home. I was going to say boats like cars. Yeah, my first car was really a big car. You know what? Donna, you're right, because I got to tell you something. The first car my mom and dad had was a 1960, well, the only one I remember, was a 1965 Delta Oldsmobile. And it was like a Delta, was it
88.
Yeah, it was an 88. And we used to get in the back seat and up into the back windshield.
Yeah.
And lay up there.
Yeah, my brother used to, when we would go back to Pennsylvania, my dad's family was there. And when we would go back to Pennsylvania, my one brother slept in the window. My other brother slept on the bench. Mm-hmm. My other brother slept on the floor with the hump.
Mm-hmm.
And I slept in my mom's lap. Because we always left at night.
Too?
What?
You had one too?
Yeah, we had a Delta 88, and we had a Oldsmobile 98.
Well, we went from that to they went to the Mercury Brome, and then they went from that to a Cougar.
And then, my mom had a Malibu for a minute too.
Yeah, she had a 79 Cougar. I loved driving that Cougar around. That had so much get up and go, that 79 Cougar. It was awesome. It kind of was built like the Thunderbird. If you remember Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a Thunderbird when I was married.
You know what, Cayman? I love Jeeps too. We have a Jeep Patriot now. And it's nice. What I'd really like to have though is I'd like to have a Wrangler.
Jeep Wrangler?
Yeah, I would. They're not really easy on your back. Not good on your butt, but you know what? They're cool to drive. Speaking of this weekend, so what did I do this weekend? I rode a bike. What is it? The electronic bike or the whatever bike? Yeah, so I think it's an electronic bike.
An electric bike?
Yeah. Was that something? And had fat wheels, and it could get in anywhere you wanted to go. And it's been a long time since I was on a bike. In fact, my daughter said, "Can you ride a bike?" Yeah, I can still ride a bike. I'm not that old.
You sure? Are you sure you're not too old and feeble to ride a bike?
Oh, I had so much fun, and if I put it in the third gear or whatever, it pedaled for me. All I had to do is put my feet on the pedals. And then it had just like a motorcycle, I got to push on the gas and it gave me a boost. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun, guys. It was fun. Like, I really need something like that in my life. It was a blast, but we had a good time. Now that's the kind of bike that I could be around and ride for a long time when it's doing all the work for me.
There you go, Connie. My daughter works in the car industry and won't let me have a Wrangler.
Is it because they roll? I think so. They're bad at rolling.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're nice. Have you seen KMM, the new Scrambler? Wow. The new Scrambler is really nice. It's only, what, $75,000 or something crazy like that. I mean, cars are so expensive now. I can't even imagine. I think about it now. How did we, I never, $75,000 for a vehicle?
Well, in 2011, I paid $52 for mine. But that was top of the line you could get back then.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
But I had to have the blinder indicators, blind
Yeah.
spot indicators, because I can't turn my neck too far one way or too far the other way. So I have to have the lights, and that was new back then.
So what did she pick out for you, KMM? Did you have heated seats? I want to know if you had heated seats.
I do.
I would say for 52,000, it should drive itself for you.
Right. Not a it didn't doesn't have a heated steering wheel or cooling seats like some of the new cars do now.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think KMM said she drives a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Those are nice. Those are really nice.
Hmm.
Yep. She has a Grand Cherokee. Those are nice. Well, you know what my favorite car that we had, and you guys are gonna laugh, but I had a Murano, and I loved that Murano. It was the smoothest ride. It was awesome. But their transmissions are they're disposable.
Yeah.
And when it went out, that was when the transmission went out, that was that. And I was like, no, anything but that.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of stunk. So for the newcomers, we are going to play a trivia here in just a little while. And the first person to tell me the answer is going to win one of our gold hats. And then I'll just have you email me your address and I'll get it out to you. So I'll do that here in just a little bit.
It has a 3-part questionnaire.
Yeah, because that's the way I am. But if you know the first part, you know the rest of it really easy. So, and then Linda will have hers either tomorrow or we're going to start we're thinking about Sunday nights. What do y'all think? Say yes or no, or maybe so. What did somebody I used to date used to say? Yes or no, don't say no. What? I don't remember who that was.
It was a man.
It was Clyde. It was, you guys. So let me tell you guys, I'm going to go over a couple things real quick. So everybody knows that the United States has declared the W word on Iran, right? And Iran has declared the W word on the United States. And we are going to town on Yemen right now. Now, we don't see it in the news like you should be able to see it. But it's really hot and heavy over in Europe right now. I mean, it is popping off all over everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Egypt that's sitting on the back door of Israel, and they're waiting, and Israel's still going after Gaza, and Russia's going after you. Now I wonder how Ukraine's still standing. I question if it's really still there, but they're at odds, and sit here and think about it. What is solved by all of this stuff? Because we're going to have to go in and rebuild.
Right.
It's like, here, let me take a sledgehammer to my house that's in perfect condition so that I can go in and rebuild it again. The same way it was built before.
Yep.
I mean, does that make sense?
Right.
Or is it a waste of money? Again, more wasted money. We would every country in the world would be a very wealthy country, we would be living better and everything else if we quit trying to be the richest one. Everybody wants to be the richest, and everybody wants the most power, and everybody wants to tear down everybody. And then we got to go in and rebuild. Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to.
Yep.
Um, so I'm just putting that out there for thought. Let's just say a prayer that this all ends real soon, and
Right.
let's put a stop to all this stuff, because it makes you a little uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and it makes me uncomfortable. Does it make you uncomfortable?
Yep.
Yep, it's all uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable is no bueno por nada, if you know what that means. Right? No bueno por nada. No good for nothing. Nothing is solved. It's all ridiculous. Back to that kid on the playground. Here, let's
Right.
pick them up and take their lunch money.
Right.
And then I'm gonna have to buy him lunch when it's all said and done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like no bueno por nada. That was a big saying.
Was it?
It was a big, big saying way back in the day. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And you know what? Before I ask my question, I think I've ran everybody off. I ran everybody off before I got to ask my trivia question. Is everybody ready for my trivia question? Tell me if you're ready for my trivia question. Let's get some ones in the chat. Tell me if you're ready for my trivia question. Do you have big plans for the weekend?
Do I? That's okay.
Okay, man, we don't care. Maybe you know somebody that wants it.
Somebody that would like it.
Yeah.
Do I have big plans for the weekend?
Yeah. Anybody with big plans for the weekend? No? Yeah, we do.
Hi, same old, same old.
We're going to be here Sunday.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's our big plans for the weekend.
Yeah.
We're still gonna talk to Sam and see if we can't get him on here, or we could do a show maybe once a month or something on conspiracies proven true.
Yeah.
Be fun.
Grandson time.
Well, that works. Grandson time is the best. Is the best.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the trivia question. Ready? Tell me, look, whoever just left again. KMM, I think you're the only one left again. All right. Here's the trivia question for a hat, right? Who was Mr. McFeely? No, yeah. What show was Mr. McFeely on? What character, what did he do for a living? And what was the phrase he was known for saying? And then you do the Jeopardy. Dun 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 dun.
We need to be playing that Jeopardy song for a long time.
I don't think KM knows the answer, so I'm gonna have to wait for somebody else to get in here to ask it again. I can't believe I was.
No, I didn't know the answer until you told me.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll see. Somebody will come in here in a minute, and then we're gonna ask, because somebody's.
We got to give KMM time because she's probably Googling it. You can do it, KMM. You can do it. We have faith in you.
Oh my, he was on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
What he did.
Oh, if you remember him, he always said one phrase all the time, and that would tell you what he did. Come on, KMM, I've got all the faith in the world in you. You can. Remember the water boy? You can do it. Remember Lady Elaine? You're drawing a blank.
Oh, Google it. Google it. Google it.
Should we give it to her just for knowing what show he was on?
Well, hang on a second. I'll give you a hint. This is a hint. Nor rain, nor sleet, nor snow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They do their job.
Yeah, they do their job. And now they're getting ready to be cut back.
Yeah, again.
Again. Yeah, they are.
Yep, he was a mailman.
He was. And do you remember what his phrase was? Do you remember what his phrase was? We won't make you have to say it again. We won't make you have to do that part, but I can tell you it if you don't get it. Because you're going to go, oh my God, I remember now. He used to come running up to Mr. Rogers. Okay. He used to come up running up to Mr. Rogers and he said, speedy delivery, speedy delivery, speedy delivery. That was about all he said. And the man probably made millions of dollars being.
He's still alive.
Did you Google him?
I Googled. I Googled Mr. McFeely. And it was David Newell that played him.
Mm.
And he was born in 1938.
Oh, he's a year older. He's 86 years old.
Yeah.
There you go. See, that's where we probably got it. Speedy delivery, speedy delivery. All right, KMM, I will send you out the hat. Maybe you know somebody that would be proud to wear it.
Or you can sell it.
Put it on eBay.
Put it on Marketplace on Facebook.
KMM. Okay. Whatever you want to do. It's up to you. It's your hat now.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, isn't that crazy?
My grandson's not happy.
He's not. Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
He always thinks he's dying before he gets fed.
well, he's still little. He doesn't know what it's all about yet.
Right. Yeah, but he screams like somebody's
Good.
cutting his toenails or something. I don't know.
She's going to give it to her son and he'll wear it proudly. Into the golden years we go. All
Right.
right. Well, I'm trying to think of anything else that I know to talk about that's in the news that we can make fun of because Lord knows there's so much of it going on right now. Did you guys hear about the hail in Texas? Oh,
Yeah.
hail. Oh, hail. It was gorilla size hail. Gorilla size hail. It was the size of softballs. People got their cars totally damaged. It was they
Yep.
were dented up, messed up. I mean, horrible. Houses were messed up. Windows were broke out. And it was just up the road a piece. We never got a drop of rain. Never got a drop.
Wow.
We were supposed to get rain today. Yep, never got a drop. I'm telling you guys, we are in a drought like it, I feel like I'm in the wild, wild west with the dust storms.
Right.
I'm at the OK Corral.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? It's true. It's true. It's been windy there for days. Yeah, but you got snow. Did you get rain or just snow? Probably. I bet. Well, she was supposed to get snow. She said she was
Right.
snow.
The blizzard.
Yeah, she was supposed to get a blizzard, I thought.
Yeah, so was I, so did I think so. So did I think so.
So did you think
Such
so?
proper English. So did I think so.
Well, you know what? There's people that talk like that. I've heard them. And I've read things. I've been reading things. I have read things on the JFK assassination records on the files. And I'm like, this man wrote this and it said this. And I read it just exactly the way he wrote it. And I couldn't believe when I read it out loud to myself how bad it sounded.
You know what, Connie? That just goes to show our age because we both forgot that they canceled the blizzard.
Oh, that's right. They did cancel it. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
That brain fog.
Uh-oh. Well, but she got wind, she said, so it must have blown it over.
Yeah.
Blown the blizzard away. All right. Well, guys, it's about that time. So, should I say, or KMM, it's about that time. So,
And you're such a great supporter. We love you so much.
you're such a trooper to go through all of this with us. I'll get your head up tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Be safe. And we'll see you tomorrow.
We love you.
We love you. And we're going to have Clyde's concerns tomorrow.
Don't forget KMM to hit the like button.
Right? Oh my gosh. Good night, KMM.
Tomorrow.
Love ya. Bye.